Arcadian Vanguard presents the Wrestling News in your daily wrestling newscast for Sunday, June 11th, 2023. Good morning, I'm Mike Sempervive. In news from Mexico, Rush announced that he and his father, Bestia del Ring, have quit the AAA promotion, doing so in a post on his Facebook page yesterday. Rush had been slated to be a part of the second upcoming Triple Mania 31 event taking place in Tijuana on July 15th at Estadio Chevron. He was scheduled to be a part of a four-way bout teaming with LA Park against Sam Adonis and Psycho Clown, where the losing team would be forced to face off against each other in a mask versus hair match on August 12th during the final Triple Mania 31 celebration show in Mexico City. There's been no update on the status of Rush's brother Dralistico, who also wrestles for AAA but was not mentioned as part of Rush's statement. In news from Japan, yesterday during New Japan Pro Wrestling show inside the Makuhari Messe International Exhibition Hall in Chiba City, the company announced the block setups and nightly match schedule for the 32 men who will be taking part in this year's annual G1 Climax tournament. There will be 4 blocks of 8 men, with the 2 wrestlers who garner the most points during their block matches advancing to a quarterfinal round of 8, where a single elimination tournament begins. The 33rd annual G1 Climax tournament is set to begin on July 15th in Hokkaido, with the elimination bracketing beginning on August 10th. The final match of the tournament is set to take place on August 13th inside Tokyo Sumo Hall. Genshiro Tenryu's Tenryu Project promotion crowned its first United National Tag Team Champions on Saturday during a pay-per-view held inside Tokyo's Gen Sports Palace. The 4-team tournament was won by the brother team of Atsuki and Yuma Aoyagi, who defeated Masayuki Kono and Yusuke Kodama in 16 minutes and 30 seconds. The Aoyagi brothers, who regularly wrestle for All Japan Pro Wrestling, had defeated the team of Kohei Sato and Sushi in the first round, while Kono and Kodama had knocked off Hideyoshi Kamitani and Kazumasa Yoshida to advance. Turning to WWE, the NXT brand was on the road Saturday night holding a house show at the Sanford Civic Center in Sanford, Florida. In the main event, Tiffany Stratton made the second defense of her NXT Women's Championship, defeating Thea Hale. On Friday night in Dade City, Florida, Stratton made her first defense by defeating Lyra Valkyria. Hale had won a 20-woman battle royal on this past Wednesday's NXT television show to become the #1 contender. In the only other title match during the event, Wes Lee successfully defended the NXT North American Championship for the 11th time, defeating Eddie Thorpe. The Sanford House show featured a slew of talent who have either not debuted on television yet or have had limited visibility. In more WWE news, Intercontinental title holder Gunther celebrated 1 full year as champion yesterday. The Austrian wrestler first won the gold from Ricochet on the June 10, 2022 episode of SmackDown from Raising Cane's River Center in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. During that year, Gunther has had 11 successful televised defenses, turning back the challenges of former champion Ricochet, as well as Shinsuke Nakamura, Mustafa Ali, Sheamus, Rey Mysterio, Braun Strowman, Madcap Moss, Drew McIntyre, and Xavier Woods. In addition to his televised matches, Gunther has made an additional 45 defenses at WWE house shows, adding AJ Styles, Kofi Kingston, Santos Escobar, Johnny Gargano, Damian Priest, and Matt Riddle to his list of challengers. Only 4 other Intercontinental champions in the 44-year history of the title have reached a full year with the belt: the Magnificent Morocco, Pedro Morales, Randy Savage, and the all-time record holder, the Honky Tonk Man. To reach that 454-day record, Gunther would have to remain champion through September 7th. In ratings news, overnight figures are available for SmackDown, revealing the show's total audience for last Friday night on Fox to be 2.23 million, running against Game 4 of the NBA Finals on the same night. The previous week's overnight number was 2.46 million. The overnight rating for SmackDown in the key 18 to 49-year-old demographic was 0.60. Full ratings results for SmackDown are expected later this week. And in independent wrestling news, the H2O promotion ran on Saturday inside their wrestling center in Williamstown, New Jersey. The show, streamed on IWTV, featured 2 title matches. The main event saw Ron Bass Jr. and Sawyer Wreck win the H2O tag team title, defeating Manders and Ryan Redfield. In the semi-main event, Matt Tremont successfully defended the IWTV Independent Wrestling title for the 5th time with a victory over Brogan Finley. And before we leave you today, we'd like to remind you that however you consume your content, you can find the wrestling news 24 hours a day and 7 days a week across social media. On Twitter, follow us at Wrestling News AV. Our Facebook page is also Wrestling News AV. The wrestling news can also be found on the Arcadian Vanguard YouTube page, and for those who utilize Amazon Echo devices, just tell Alexa to play the Wrestling News podcast, and remember to make sure you add podcast at the end. Once again, for daily updates, breaking news, and more, follow the wrestling news across social media. And that's the news for today. If anything happens, we will be here to tell you about it. No clickbait, no paywall, just the wrestling news. The Wrestling News is a division of Arcadian Vanguard, and the Wrestling Newscast is a production of the Arcadian Vanguard Podcast Network.